Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set, 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, hey. 55, my God, 55. Watch the screen.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Angelo Blackson in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Mayfield and his Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack. Third and long for Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the... And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now it's Watson. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Olivier Vernon. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. Now from way back there after the sack, it's third and goal, a long third and goal. Watson now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. From the gun, here's Watson. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, dude. Mike 41, Mike 41. I got one. Hurry, hurry. Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh? I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Mayfield looks to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, 59 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Watson. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Set, 20. Let's pick it up. It's out. Kings.
Following the interception, Mayfield. To the right side, complete to Taylor. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Seibert on for the PAT. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 2nd and 15 now. Watson, it's complete. Stills. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Watson on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 48 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down.
Get ready. 80 weapons. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Reset. 20. Marks 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming back.
A first down carry now for Miller. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming. A left flat.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started.
Check 41. Come on. Watch the self.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield, he'll find Taylor. That's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, Steve 6.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. To try again after the sack, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll bring them back within 4. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 32 that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Quick pass out to Miller. A gain of 37. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Flushed out right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
The kick is good. Makes the score Texans 28, Browns 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Throwing, Mayfield.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Mike, 55. Hey, 55. Come on, D.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Browns' drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, high 7.
Mayfield to throw it. Letting one go deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. So maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day, offense. Let's go. Hey, pick it up. Whip. Watch the line and look.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. Going up top for Miller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Here's Mayfield. He finds Taylor. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And he will score. It's a touchdown. And that...
problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? Problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy. The 25 at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
Good. 180. Focus, defense, focus. He's real.
Now a play fake here on first down. That one is caught by Hunt. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. They go play action here on first down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for Nick Chubb. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
61, match box, white.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Mayfield being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
This is the tight end, Njoku. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Set, hey, alert.
3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown, Denver.
Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 59 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Texans, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half #1. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. 17-0 our score after 1.
Texans nothing.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Landry now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Lamar Miller. He's at the 50, 30, 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 97 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. For a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 78 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Shelling through the defense. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Let's get that ball. 29 is Mike.
Now a first down throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be corraled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. You must be dreaming.
On first down, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
180. Hey, alert. Me and you. It's just me and you.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
31, Texans 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
29 is Mike. Mike 24. They're scared. Watch safety creep. Watch safety.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. The Clemson Hopkins for a big one. 58 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
We're set. 19. 29. Hey, pick your game up.
From the gun, here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive. And
a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Going deep for Hopkins. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mike 41. Hurry. Hey, watch the slant. 41's coming. 41.
Mayfield now to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Browns 45, Texans 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick six there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 48 yards. Now Watson dancing to his left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans claw one back. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, Browns.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, he sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 70.
you tryna go be? Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one.
Better run up the